What up, everybody? I decided I was going to do a video today on info I've learned from flipping mowers over the last few years. And so I'm going to give y'all a little info what I learned, and we'll go from there. All right, stay tuned. So what I look for when I'm buying mowers is stay in a certain price range. Push mowers, I go from free to $20. I'll spend up to $20 sometimes on a push mower. Depends. There's a lot of stuff that price depends on, and I'll go over that. And then riding mowers, I'll go up to 150. Again, certain things, it depends on the price. Zero turns, I will go up to $300 on. And so anyway, I guess let's go up to the barn and take a look at push mowers, and I'll talk to y'all what I look for in push mowers. So for the most part, most of the push mowers I get, y'all see my stash of push mowers here, I usually get for free. That one right there, we spent a little bit more than the $20, but this is a Husqvarna all-wheel drive with bagger, fixed up. I can get $150 for it easily. These right here with the plastic carburetors, just the basic mower and stuff, I can get anywhere between 65 to 70. What I usually look for, I usually try to get them for free if I can get them for free, and I usually do with push mowers, is ones that just won't start because they let them sit without gas in them. So if that's the case, quick tune up, clean the carburetor, spark plug, oil change, put it up for sale. I could do the full tune up within less than half an hour, put it up for sale. That's quick, easy. Like I said, anywhere between 60 to 80 on that style mower. More if you got a self-propelled with a bagger or anything. One thing I did learn after dealing with people is people like to feel like they got a bargain. So what you do is you go and you ask a higher price than what you really want. So when they talk you down on your price, you're actually getting what you really want it for it, and they feel like they got a good deal, and you got what you really want it for it. That's how I always do that. I mean, some people must think that's wrong, but people like to feel like they got a good deal. So, I also, when I look for mowers to sell, I check the blades. I check the blades on them. Push mowers. I check the blades, see if they're bent, because if you have to buy a blade, you start getting pricey. Also, if they bent the blade, there's a chance they bent the crankshaft, and if they bent the crankshaft, you're better off. By the time you put time into it, for a $60 to $80 mower, you lost profit. You're better off parting it out and having parts for your next mower. Alright, so I think that's all I can offer y'all on the push mowers. Clean them up. Clean them up real nice. Believe it or not, cosmetics sells a mower. No matter if it's a push mower, a ride mower, or a zero turn. Sorry guys, lost what I was trying to say. Now we're gonna go look at a ride mower, and then we'll go look at a zero turn. Okay. So what I look for on a ride mower that I'm buying is decent tires. Because if you gotta buy tires, that's when it gets pricey, and you're cutting into your profit when you're selling it. A ride mower in a decent shape, I can get between $300 to $600 depending on the mower, depending on the deck cut, cosmetics. It's hard to find one here in Texas with the seat not cracked from the sun, but if you can find one with a decent seat, you can get more out of it. I check for make sure the engine ain't locked up. So I usually take my hand and I'll turn it, make sure it ain't locked up. I'll check the oil for make sure it ain't been run low or there ain't no metal shavings in it. And again, I'm looking for the ones that the reason they stopped running is because they let them sit with gas in there, so the carburetor's dirty, which makes it an easy fix. Rebuild the carburetor, or clean the carburetor, rebuild the carburetor. In some cases, replace the carburetor. And usually, quick tune-up on these. Get them out to the road. You get anywhere between 300 to 600 on a riding mower. Also, make sure your transmission ain't locked up. Sometimes you'll get one and your shifter's locked on that. You don't want that, because more work means more profit you're cutting into. So we're looking for mowers that needs minimum work. So we're trying to get one. When we look for a mower that needs minimum work, we're trying to get one for between $100 and $150. And we're looking hopefully for decent tires that holds air. Because if we have to buy tires, like I said, you're cutting into your profit big time. And so that's that on a riding mower, I guess. I guess I got all the info that I can tell y'all on that. Oh, check the blade, just like in the push mowers, check your blades and stuff, your deck spindles, because that, rebuilding your deck, replacing blades and deck spindles, bearings, stuff like that, that gets pricey on a mower. No matter if it's a push mower, or well, not push mower, a ride mower, or a zero turn, or even a commercial walk behind mower, that gets kind of pricey. So let's look at this one. This is the junker that my sister's boyfriend bought. Now, on a zero turn, we will spend up to close to 300, sometimes higher depending on the mower. Because when we sell a zero turn, we can get anywhere usually between 700 to 1500. If it was a commercial mower, we could get a lot more, but it's rare that we get a commercial mower in. And usually, again, we're trying to check for, make sure we got decent tires, they hold air. Blades, we're looking for blades. That one over there looks bent a little. And a zero, scary part about zero turns, well, it's not really scary, but it's once you get them running, is your hydraulics working okay? Sometimes that could be an issue. And if your hydraulics is out, like a unit like this, hydraulics goes out, it's not worth fixing. If it's a commercial unit, then it'd be worth fixing. Again, turn it over by hand. Make sure it ain't locked up. Check the oil. Make sure it wasn't run low. This one actually looks like it's been overfilled. No metal flake. Check your wiring on a zero turn. Zero turns have a lot of wiring. Check your wiring. You don't want to see a mess like this when you're dealing with this wiring on a zero turn. Unfortunately, we got this one like this. We got it at the middle of the night. We couldn't see everything looking at. So, because a lot of times, you know, carburetors is an issue on. I see a lot of carburetor work, but on zero turns, I see a lot of wiring work, a lot of electrical work when it comes into the shop to be done. Because there's more electrical stuff to a zero turn than a ride mower or anything else. Some ride mowers have a lot of electric, but zero turns have a lot. Like you got your electric PTO clutch. Oh, that's something else that can be costly if you get and it don't work, is if your electric PTO clutch is no good, then that sets you back anywhere between $150 to $200, maybe more, depending on your mower. Again, I think I probably already mentioned this, just like the ride mower, you want to check for your bearings and stuff on these. You can actually usually kind of wiggle the blades and feel the movement. Just be careful not to cut yourself. And if you could take a look at the belts on these, the shape of the belts, because belts can get pricey if you have to buy a whole big bunch of them too. But I think that's all the info I got to share for you all on flipping mowers. Hopefully y'all learned something. I learn something every day, something new. I've been doing small engine repair for over 10 years now, and I still haven't learned everything. I learn something new every day. So anyway, thanks for watching this video.